Good day, ma'am. As for the topic have been assigned with our group is the strategy implementation, organizing and structure. All we know that strategy is or planning is very important or essential for the company itself. It is used as the solution on each problem or proposed as the foundation in every operations of the company. That's why it is important on how we gonna know on how we implement the strategy and why it is important. The strategy implementation, especially in organizing and structure. Next po. Strategy implementation, according to Bamford, Huffman, Hanger, and Whelan of 2018, stated that strategy implementation is the totality of activities and choices required for the execution of a strategic plan. It is a process which objectives, strategies, policies are put in action through the development of the programs, tactics, budget, and procedures. The following are um, pre- pre- prerequisites of this strategy implementation. As for the strategy implementation, hindi naman agad-agad na mapapatupad yung strategy or the plan. It must be on the process of research on studying uh, before it come before it implement. It Many factors have been considered. Sabi nga dito, depende siya sa budget, sa time na maaring ipatupad. Kailangan nakaakma sa mismong bagay or sa activities ng company na magagawa. Especially if pag-uusapan yung tactics, programs, and the budgets. If tama ba or akma ba sa gagawing strategy na gagawin. Next po. Ito naman yung mga first is the institutionalization of strategy. It involves translating organizational conduct, mission, vision, policies, and strategic plans into general actions which guide the daily activities of an organization. For the company, it is important to have their vision and mission itself. It might be an overview on what the company is, on how the company works, and how the company see in the future or 5 to 10 years from now. Secondly is the developing proper organizational climate. It involves establishing cooperation, personnel development, degree of commitment, determination, and efficiency within an organization. Of course, kapag naman sinabi natin sa una yung na-involved yung company itself, but secondly, yung mga tao na nakapalibot or nagtatrabaho sa company, they have been need to involve in the strategic planning because lahat naman makikitabang sa strategy ito, especially if it is an additional skills or learning for each of the employees and personnel of the company. Pwedeng sa seminars, some of the trainings that have been provided by the company. Third is the formulation of operating plans. It involves aligning the different activities of our organization to propose strategies in order to attain objectives and generate positive results. Of course, as for the people behind the company, staffs, they need to understand each other, kailangan makisama, kilala yung isa't isa, maaring ma-boost yung strategy or the company if they have been know each other. Isa na dito yung ginagawa ng company is the team building out or some outings na pwedeng makapag-develop ng relationship ng mga tao within the company. Next.
Developing proper organizational structure. It involves matching the requirements of the strategy to various designations, positions, and roles within an organization. Periodic review of strategy. It involves the monitoring the progress of implemented strategy and determining whether the strategy is relevant to the purpose of this organization.
The developing proper organizational structure, it involves matching requirements. The strategy varies the designation, positions, and roles within an organization. Involved dito yung especially yung HR, yung Human Resource Department, na magsasalak ng mga applicant to distribute the positions, the proper designations of the tasks, pasok ba yung requirements or yung tinitingnan sa hiring sa isang position, if he or she applicable the position, if he have the skills and expertise, especially if he or she have the experience on handling that position from their from the past works. Next is the periodic review of strategy. It involves monitoring the progress of implemented strategy and determining whether the strategy relevant of to the purpose of the organization. Syempre, katapos i-implement yung strategy, it is very important to monitor it if it is effective or has the positive outcome, or kung nakakatulong ba siya sa pag-resolve ng problems or nakakadagdag pa siya ng additional factors or some of the complements or achieving some of your goals sa company. If hindi, baka maaring matalo lang or hindi agad-agad makuha, or the worst is hindi talaga makuha yung goal ng isang company. Kaya mahalagang i-monitor to see if it is effective or not, para at least makapag-adjust sa strategy or the next strategy itself. Next.
Developing programs, budgets, and procedures. According to Bamford et al. 2018, stated that strategy implementation involves establishing programs and tactics to create a series of organizational activities, budgets to allocate funds for the initiated activities, and procedures to monitor and control the progress of the activities as follows. Programs. What is programs? Programs, it is a tactic or strategy which is action-oriented. In practice, a program is a collection of tactics, and a tactic is the individual action taken by the organization as an element of the effort to accomplish a plan. So basically, program, ito daw yung mga strategy or tactics na mga ginagawa nila or ina-apply din nila in action para magawa yung specific task or yung plano nila na gagawin with regards sa organization nila. Next po.
There are two different types of tactics, offensive and defensive tactics. Under offensive tactics, are frontal, frontal assault, flanking maneuver, bypass attack, encirclement, and guerrilla warfare. And defensive tactics naman are raise structural barriers, increase expected retaliation, and number three, lower the inducement for attack.
Budgets. It is a way for a corporation to check the feasibility of its selected strategy by identifying the significant costs which will be incurred during strategy implementation. An ideal strategy might be found to be completely impractical only after specific implementation programs and tactics are caused in detail. We cannot implement the optimal approach without a budget. Since a budget promotes financial stability, cost and adhering to a plan. Next is procedures. These are often called standard operating procedures, which typically detail the various activities that must be carried out to complete a corporation's program and tactical plans. Once in a place, procedures must be updated to reflect any changes in technology as well as in strategy. We can easily follow the processes and plan with the help of the procedures, which are known as standard operating procedures. To adapt to changes in technology and strategy, procedures must be changed.
Thank you for group. Nice day, ma'am, and take care.